Hey, how's it going? This is Keith from Massage Marketing Agency, and I decided to put out a new video for you today because I get a lot of questions from massage therapists about what is SEO. We talk about search engine optimization. That's what it stands for, and people's heads just go crazy. It's kind of a hard concept to understand. It's not something that we ever really have to deal with that often. So I figured I'd make a quick video, kind of explain the basics, explain a big overview of what's going on, and at the same time let you know maybe just a couple quick little details, things that you can do right now, from now on and forever, that will help. The problem with SEO is it's forever changing process, and it's not really a problem, it's just something that you have to be prepared for, and you always have to be adapting and molding, evolving, and moving with SEO. So eventually these, whatever I say in this video, will be ultimately invalid because it might be outdated, and there's different things like that. So I'll give you kind of the general background, the big picture of it, and then kind of the ideas of what search engines are looking for, and then any way that we can help complete these ideas will be beneficial for you in your massage practice in order to get to the top of the search engines, get more traffic, get more business. That way you can have more people to perform massages on, you can get more and better clients. That way you can kind of skim off your clients, the worst ones that don't pay as well, that are annoying, that cancel and stuff like that. You can only work with the right types of people, build those relationships, and you can achieve the things you want to achieve, make the right amount of money you want to make, and there's a lot of benefits from doing SEO correctly from it. So anyway, one thing I wanted to start off from the start is when people ask me what is SEO, it's a great question because there are SEO experts out there that are trying to figure out what is SEO every day. I personally have a lot of experience practicing search engine optimization, performing it, helping my past clients, doing it for myself, doing it for friends. I have a lot of experience with search engine optimization, and I just want to let you know here that I actually spent 3 years, a little over 3 years. Part of that I was working part-time, but it was for large search engine optimization and internet marketing companies. So we did SEO, PPC. I've done all sorts of I've worked in all sorts of divisions for them, and so I have a very good idea of what these big companies do. I know the value that they offer, the value they don't offer as well, and what you can do for yourself, what's worth your time, what's not. And I came from that background, and in fact, because I was working there, I learned so much about search engine optimization that I soon learned that our clients at those big companies weren't getting what I thought they should for the amount of money that they were investing. So I began freelancing, and I actually freelanced SEO for about 2 years, and I would do that for all sorts of different clients, help them get up to the top of the search engines, and then go move on to another client or continue with them. It depended. But I did freelance for 2 different years for a lot of businesses. So I got a lot of personal experience that way, doing everything myself. It was a lot of work. So that anyway, that was really fun. It was a really good learning experience. And now, since I know so much and I keep well informed about the search engines, about their algorithms and what goes on, that I'm able to know the right questions and know the right things to do, that I can hire other people to do it, know if I'm hiring somebody that does it well, I'll hire somebody if they're not doing it right, and that I know what to do, and so actually, in fact, I pay other people. But even paying other people to do SEO, I still learn more and more and more about SEO. So I feel like I'm an expert, and I know more than 99.9 something percent of most people about search engine optimization. So what I can tell you is actually very beneficial. One thing that I do want to mention is that SEO it's a topic that can be kind of touchy. There's good tactics, there's bad tactics, there's things that if you employ the wrong tactics, you actually get penalized by the search engines. It's really touchy, and there's things you can do that are good, but sometimes the search engines don't respect them as much. It's crazy. It's just this constantly changing environment. So I want to just put that out on the table, that it's always changing, and you do need to be careful with what you do for search engine optimization. So take that advice. I've made my mistakes. I don't want you to make the same mistakes. Learn from me. I've been guilty of doing things in the past that probably were a little sketchy, that I shouldn't have done, got penalized for it, learned from it, and I think the best way to do SEO is to do it completely 100% white hat, like good. White hat means ethical, honest, and a high value or a high quality ways of doing search engine optimization. And that's really what I would recommend for anyone. And if you want to get into some of the little shady, tricky type things, you can only trick a search engine for so long until they figure it out, they change it on you, they penalize you. So I just recommend doing the best thing you can for your business, and we'll keep that from the start. Meanwhile, I have a lot of information to go through. I'll try to hurry and try not to talk too much because I could probably talk for a full day or more about, definitely more actually, about search engine optimization. So that's definitely why you should listen to me. And one thing I wanted to do is give you a big picture, give you an overview of what search engine optimization is from the start. So a lot of people don't understand what it is. And I guess the overview of what we're going to go through right now is the benefits of search engine optimization, why you even want to do it, what are some of the things you can see from it, why it's important for you. And then the next thing we'll go into what is SEO, and we'll do the big picture. And next thing we want to do is go into the details, the techniques and tips, and give you a couple things that you can do right now that will benefit your search engine optimization efforts. And before I do that, I do want to emphasize the warning that there are good things to do, there are bad things to do. SEO can be very complex. You can hire a lot of people to do it. You can spend a lot of money trying to get up on the search engines. You can waste a lot of time and effort. Everybody seems to have the answer. I have a lot of answers, but I will be the first to admit that I have so much more to learn. I'm not Google. I don't know what their full requirements are. And as I keep learning every day, there's always more and more and more that I have my team implement as we are doing search engine optimization for different massage therapists. So I do want to give that warning that I'm learning every day, everyone is learning every day, and that this does change, and it can be kind of a pit. It can be something that's like an endless rat race that you're always trying to get up on the top of the search engines but never quite make it where you want to. However, somebody else seems to get there so easily. There's reasons for it, and we might go through a couple of those, and we might not, depending on the time. First thing I want to go through is the benefits of search engine optimization. So why, if it's so confusing, and why if it's, they're so touchy, and why is it so important that I do search engine optimization? Can I just say, go to hell Google, go to hell Bing, and not even work with it? There's benefits to doing it, and there's benefits to playing the game of search engine optimization. Some of the benefits is just traffic and exposure. You get free traffic. People go into Google and they're like, I want a massage therapist in this area, or massage therapist Denver, and voila, Google brings up everybody that seems like a relevant answer for massage therapist Denver. That's awesome. If you can be right up at the top of that, then that's just free traffic for you. You really didn't have to do much to be there, and you're getting traffic, you're getting calls, and you're getting that exposure where people see your name and they know who you are. However, if you said, go to hell Google, I'm not doing SEO, you're not going to get any of that. And your efforts are going to have to be put towards something else, And yes, you can network. Yes, you can get clients other ways than the internet. However, the internet makes it so much easier. So I do recommend working with the internet, and I also do recommend employing other tactics and strategies of getting more clients. So traffic, exposure, huge. Another one, authority, trust, and respect. If somebody sees you at the top of the search engine, they automatically expect you to be the best. It's funny about our human brains is that we see that there, and we just assume that the number one result is the best. It must be number one for a reason. And so you get that instant authority, trust, respect, different opportunities. Say the news is doing some kind of a special on massage therapy for some reason, and they want to contact a local massage therapist for an interview to get, and you'll get more exposure out of that. They'll go to Google and they'll find somebody in the search engine's results, and they'll give you a call and they'll see if they want to interview or not. So just by being there, they expect you to be the best as well. And also by being there, people expect you to be the best, and they'll be willing to pay for the best. So those are some benefits. Next is you will get more phone calls and you will get more appointments. Not everyone's going to call you, but a lot of people will. It's super important. Plus, whenever you're up in front of people, you have a chance to actually bless their lives. You have a chance to change them, to influence them in some way, or to build a relationship with them that's going to be beneficial and positive for them, or to simply help them with their back pain that they might be having, or their headaches, or whatever. There's lots of reasons, and you can actually give more service and help more people if you are being found. And I think that's a benefit right there, just being able to serve the world and to be able to contribute to the world. That's another big benefit of search engine optimization. Another thing is SEO is really much, like number 4 here, it's like a track record of your business. I'll mention later that SEO is kind of like a story of your business, and it's a track record. It shows what you do through time, and since 2003 you've been doing this, this, and this, and this, and now you're doing this, this, and this, and in the future you're going to be doing this, this, and this. And it's this whole story and a track record of you and your business. That's really important to have. That way everybody can know everything about you. So that's really important. Next, we want to go big picture. What is it? Why is, what does SEO consist of? And it really consists of 2 separate parts. So the first part, number 1, you can see it on the screen there, is relevance. The first thing that Google's looking for when they want to say, okay, we have a list of 50 massage therapists in the area, who should we put as number 1? The first thing that they want to see is somebody's typing in massage therapist Denver. They want to find out who is the best and most relevant answer for massage therapist Denver. So what they do is they built these algorithms. You'll hear things about spiders. There's these little web robots that crawl all over the internet. They actually come into your website, they crawl over it, read all your information, see what kind of images and pictures you have, see your layout, see all sorts of things about your website. It's incredibly intense of what they do. And they take all of these websites and they crawl all of these other websites all down the list too as well. And then they start to put you in order of who is the most relevant for those 3 words. Massage therapist Denver. Who has the best result? So what you want to do is, if you want to show up for massage therapist Denver, you want to have everything on your website point to that and saying, I'm a massage therapist Denver. Now you can overdo it. You have to watch that. You can't just put massage therapist Denver and put the words all over your website, because then they see that as more of like a spammy type website, word stuffing. You don't want to deal with that. So there's kind of a fine balance. Again, it's something you have to kind of learn and work with to know. But you do want to be showing up in all the right areas, in the right places of your website, and you want to make your website as relevant as possible for those valuable keywords. Massage therapist Denver. So those are going to be your target keywords in a sense. And then you're going to target massage therapist Denver, and you want your website to just be glowing, saying, look Google, I'm massage therapist Denver. Ah! You want it to glow, for that. And so that's what they're looking for, is relevance. And they really want to know, who are you? So for example, if somebody's doing construction in some other place, or if somebody's, who knows? There's so many examples, and so that's what Google does, is they take all the websites, crawl them with their spiders, and then determine who you are. There's things you can do to point Google in the right direction. That's the relevance. Next thing is they want to make sure that the person with the most authority, or the most liked person, and the person with the most, really it's authority. They want to put up the best, the most trustworthy, the most respected website up at the top, because they don't want to be putting up all these scam artists on the top, because then they're just going to get bad results. The users that search on there, they're going to find all these scam artists, and they're going to never use Google again. They're going to go to Bing, or they're going to go to Yahoo or something else and try to get some better result. They'll go to the phone book. If the results are that bad, they'll go to the phone book. We know that nobody goes to the phone book now at all. They just type in their phone or the computer or iPad or something, and then that's where they get, or even GPS. Excuse me. So anyway, they're looking for the most authoritative, trustworthy website. And in order to get that authority, which is confusing for people, how does Google know who's the best that way? And the best way that they've been able to determine that is through seeing how many other websites around the internet point towards your website. And the way that they point towards your website is by having a link on their website to you. So this is just basic. So really the basic, the more links, the more exposure, and the more other websites that are around the internet, the more there are around there that point back to you saying you're awesome, say Mary's the massage therapist, and so everybody says, hey, Mary's awesome, go to Mary, go to Mary, go to Mary. All of those links are basically votes saying Mary's the best, everyone loves her. And so if Mary has a very relevant website, and if she has a lot of links coming to her saying she's the best, then Google has, problem solved. They're going to put Mary right at the top. Mary for Massage Therapist Denver. Awesome. And so that's really what it is. And they know that I put here, number one, big dogs hang out with other big dogs. The reason I did that is because there are, the more important and the bigger and the better the websites are around there that point to Mary. Say for some example, NBC.com or, News Authority, they're awesome, right? If they say that Mary is the best massage therapist in Denver, then that link is going to be a lot more valuable, rather than some Joe Schmo or somebody, just say some crazy person that blogs crazy stuff that you don't even know what they even say. It's like all incoherent, but the only words that they have on their website says Mary from Denver is the best massage therapist, and there's a link going to that. Google's not going to trust this crazy person like they do NBC. Okay? And so that's why they want the big dogs hang out with the other big dogs. So the type of sites around there that point and have links going back to your website are important. We're not going to get too much into that, but the type of websites is really important. That is something you want to consider. And really they want to know at the same time, all those links basically tell Google that if people like you or not. If you don't have any links, nobody knows about you. Nobody links about you. Nobody blogs about you. Nobody does anything. Nobody cares about you because nobody's pointing to you. And another thing that's becoming even more important is the algorithms are actually moving very much towards social media and using social media to help determine who gets those top spots. It's moving that direction because social media is so instant and it's so behavior oriented that it's a very easy way to see who likes who. And so if everybody, social media is definitely something you're going to want to get into, and social media is definitely something you want to focus on to have lots of areas where people say, Mary from Denver is an awesome massage therapist. Like, and the more likes you get, the more thumbs up, and the more basically credibility you get from social media, it is going to influence your search results as well. So that's kind of where it's heading as well. So social media is important. Also, here's a couple little details. So now that I hope you have the big picture, that in order to show up on top of the search engines, you need to be very relevant and you need to be very authoritative. So that's all the search engines are looking for, is relevancy and authority. So anything you can do online to boost your relevancy for whatever you're wanting to show up for, and anything you can do online to boost your authority is also very beneficial for the search engines in order to show up in the right places on the search engines. So that's the big picture. Relevance, authority. That's all you really need. Pretty simple. We can get really technical and really involved, but it's really not that bad. Really pretty simple. The next thing is we want to look at some basic details. And that's what we're looking at here on this slide. For example, like a super easy detail, if somebody's looking up Massage Therapist Denver, if you have a domain name that says Massage Therapy Denver, massagetherapistdenver.com, you're going to be a lot more relevant for those search words. So your domain name is important. If you already have a domain name, don't worry. Don't go change it. Don't go trying to buy a new domain name that has your city, or buy all of them, all the domain names that has anything to do with massage therapy in your city. Like, you don't need to go crazy. You don't need to waste your money like that. However, if it is available and you are buying a domain name for the first time, you want to make sure that you get a domain name that will help. Another thing that's really important too, and the reason why I recommend not to go out and buy a new domain name right now, because if you've had a domain name that's been around for a couple years, that's actually very credible for Google. If they say, wow, this business has been around, she's at least been in business for, say, 3 years, then she's a lot more trustworthy and authoritative than somebody that just bought their domain name and just put up a brand new website yesterday. So what you really want to do is you want to, there's a lot of factors that go into the amount of trust and the relevancy and the authority that Google looks at. So there's a lot of factors that go into that. And you'd be surprised at how many things they look at. So we're not going to get into all the little details. But that's just a small example, is the age of your domain name is important because it says that you've been around a long time. And if you've been around a long time, more than likely people like you, and more than likely people will still like you. So that's one thing. One thing that I was going to talk about is just a couple on-site changes you can make really quickly. And these are very basic things that you can find all around the internet. It's not hard to find these things. But you want to make sure that your content is driven towards the types of keywords that you want to show up for. And you want to have very good content. You want to have very good content. Google is always looking for high quality information to give their searchers or their users. So you want to make sure that you have good content. That's why a blog is so very important, and that you blog regularly, because if you are adding more quality content and more information, and you are teaching people about your local area, or massage therapy, or whatever it is, you'll have more content, and Google will see you as more relevant for the things you want to show up for. That's super important. So content is a big thing. And you want to have the right things in the right places in your content. I'll get to that in just a little bit. And actually right now, there's a plugin for all of you that use WordPress. I highly recommend WordPress for everyone. WordPress is awesome. There's a plugin, it's free. You can get it. You just search SEO by Yoast, and it's an awesome plugin. You activate it onto your website, and when it's activated, you can actually go to each page, and it will help you do search engine optimization for each page, which is awesome. It says, hey, you need to have certain keywords in your title. You need to have certain keywords in your body. You need to have certain keywords in your meta description. All these things that you might not make understand to you, but it will actually help you set up your website in a very search engine optimized manner. So I highly recommend, if you have WordPress, go get that, and then follow the procedures, I guess, for every page. It has a red, yellow, green. It kind of rates each page to see if it's very optimized or not. You want to have every page in the green. It'll take a little time. You'll learn how to do some stuff, make some tweaks here and there, but that is definitely something that would be a good first step that will cover the majority and the basics of almost everything you need to worry about. So if you're in a local area, it's going to help you out a lot. So make sure that you do that. If you have a WordPress, I highly recommend that. And I don't get paid for you to do that or anything. I use that plugin all the time, and it's awesome. And I recommend it for all my friends, family, and other people, other business owners that I know whenever they want to do more SEO. I don't have time to teach everyone SEO. That's why I'm making this video. And so I tell them about that plugin so that they can go and they can do a lot of their SEO for themselves. Next thing is some offsite, some quick tips to do, and also too, on-site changes basically boost your relevancy, and off-site changes basically boost your trust and credibility. So off-site changes are all about link building. And you want to be able to build those links, and it will show the authority. And there's lots of ways. You can go around. You can get links on your city commerce. You can get links on other dentists in the area, or other websites, or other people in your area. You can have them put a link, or you can ask them, or if they have a blog or something, you can do a guest post and say, "Hey, can I write a blog post?" You post it on your blog, and you can tell them about the importance of whatever. You can get creative with how you want to build these links, but you can network with local businesses and local websites to go out there, and then on that blog post you want to have a link going from your website or from their website to you, and let them know, I'm going to put a link there to myself just if they need anything, whatever. But things like that are super important, especially for a local massage therapist. I highly recommend doing that. There's other ways to get more links, all through social media, sharing pictures, creating images, sending that out there. There's all sorts of ways. Have them out on different blogs, directories. So if you're on yellowpages.com and you're on, um, I mean, there's countless, Yelp.com. There's just countless directories out there. Directories do show a certain amount of trust and credibility, and that you're at least getting your name out there, and it does give some link juice to you. So, directories, a lot of people, they do certain things like write articles. They'll do, PR things, your press releases and stuff. So there's all sorts of little things you can do. And that's a little of that, most of that's a little more old school, very common knowledge of things that you can do. And for local massage therapists, a lot of it still works. But you basically just want to get creative and think of ways of how I could build links, how I can get my link website out there. Don't be spammy. Don't be annoying. Google sees right through that, and you do enough of it, they'll punish you. So don't do that. Just do real, authentic links and find ways to get your link out there, pointing back to your website. That's super important. Next is you want social media, like I was saying, is getting more and more important. So you want to build a Facebook page. You want to get people liking you. You want to show that there's all this buzz going on about you, and that people out in the world actually care about you as a massage therapist in Denver. So that's super important. And again, there's so many strategies, and I keep it vague and I keep it broad for that reason, because we could get so many little technical things. But really, if you just kind of keep within that area, whatever you do is not going to be bad, as long as it's authentic and true and real, and it's not spammy and dumb and manipulative for the search engines. Then it's going to be beneficial for you, and you want to find any ways you can to get links out there. Same thing with your on-site. You don't want to be placing tons and tons of keywords and doing all sorts of stuff, hidden text and any of that crazy things. Don't do them, okay? It's just not worth it. But anything you can do to help boost your relevancy for Denver massage therapist or wherever it is you work, it's going to be awesome. So I'm sure that I've been talking long enough. My throat is actually a little dry. I need to drink some water. But these are some basic details and little things you can do. So I hope that it's given you a good big picture of what search engine optimization is, maybe giving you a couple ideas of how you can boost your relevancy and how you can boost your authority, trust, and credibility. And that's going to be another big one. But it's going to be an ongoing process, and that leads us into here. SEO is a process. One thing I do want to mention is, I don't know if you know what a nominalization is, but they're actually really interesting to me. And basically all a nominalization is taking a verb or an adverb or something like another word that's not a noun and turning it into a noun. We do it in English all the time. So a good example is relationship. That's the noun, relationship. But really the verb of relationship is relating. So when you and another person are relating to each other back and forth, you are in a relationship. Now, the thing with relationship is a lot of people see it as stagnant. Oh, I'm in a relationship. It's stagnant, it's set in stone, it's the same, it's different, But really, once you be in enough relationships, once you've been in enough relationships, and then you start to notice that each relationship is an ongoing process. It's something that's always evolving and growing and changing, and it's something that you're molding it, and it's alive. It's a moving thing. It's not one solid set in stone. No, it's just like everything. Like you see the walls of my paddleboard behind me. It looks like it's one solid thing, but really it's made of tons of little molecules that are moving constantly. Me, I look like I'm a solid individual. But really, all of my cells and my blood and each little molecule, protons, neutrons are sitting there, and the electrons are going around like crazy all around in each little atom. Okay? We are not static, solid things. Nothing is. Everything is always changing, evolving, moving, flowing, growing, and that's really neat. So I like to notice nominalizations and try to take them from that being static, solid thing, moving it into a flowing process. So search engine optimization, SEO, static. SEO is it's a process. It's flowing, it's moving, it's growing, it's changing, it's constant. It's not something that will change, It's something you're always doing. And so you will be doing search engine optimization forever in some way or another. whether it's social media and interacting with your clients, or even prospective clients, or whether it's social media, or not social media, whether it's like building links and getting out there and becoming more active in your community to show that you're an authority in the area, or whether it's, changing your website to be more helpful for your clients and for your prospective customers. And you want to be able to be doing these things anyway, and it's just a process. It's something you're going to be doing over a long period of time. So don't expect to do SEO once and have it done. It's something you're going to be doing for a long time. It's just like eating. You have to do it every day. SEO, you don't necessarily have to do it every day, but it is an everyday type process. It's something you have to do forever. So I want you to think of SEO in that sense, and also too, SEO, a good way for me to understand it, and I think it helps a lot of other people, it's like an online story. If as you begin doing SEO, doing all these things, it shows everything that you've done in the past. It's recorded online. Okay, as a business, she's doing this, this, and this, and this, and this, and this. Next thing you know, this is her present moment. This is who she is right now. She is a massage therapist in Denver. Oh, she gets to stand up on top. That's awesome. And then you can actually do some things in search engine optimization to help show Google where you're heading. And that's really beneficial too. So it's a whole story of what's happened, what's going on now, and where you're going. And that really helps me understand SEO as a process as well, that it's a story. Just like all of us, we're continuing every day. So I hope this is valuable for you in some form. In the meantime, if you have any questions, if you need help, if you would like somebody to do some high quality SEO for you, you can find a lot of people out there. I do have a team that's built and does search engine optimization. It's not the most, I guess it's not the least expensive thing out there, just because we want to do high quality SEO. We don't want to do any tricks. We don't want to do anything that's going to be negative, that's going to hurt you in any negative way. We want to build quality links out there. We want to do quality changes to your site. We want to make sure you have the right content, the right things going. And so we go through and we change all of that. We do all of that. And it's really important. It's kind of a process. And I have some experts that we have laid out strategies, and that we change because those algorithms change. And so we change, and it does take time. It takes a process. It's not just a once, do it for 1 month and you're done. It's a process. It's something that you have to grow and keep doing and changing. So we do offer search engine optimization as a service. If you are interested in it, just simply email me at support@massagemarketingagency.com. And we'll look at your situation, what type of competition you have. We'll look at your website. We'll look at what we're dealing with, the whole situation, and then we'll be able to put together a proposal for you. And again, it will be high quality SEO. We're not going to be doing something cheap and dumb and stupid. It's going to be good. So that's something that you might want to know. Also, you can give us a call, 970-773-5301. However, you can do a lot of SEO yourself, and so that's why I'm giving you this video, so that you can do a lot of things yourself. You can build a lot of links, and a lot of massage therapists, if they're in a smaller area, they find that they can actually boost their own rankings pretty decently, even not even knowing what they're doing all that much. They can still kind of get there. So I encourage you to try that. If that's something you just absolutely don't want to do, don't want to take the time for it, give us a call. We'll totally do it. But in the meantime, good luck. SEO is awesome. You can tell that I've enjoyed it. I've dedicated several years of my life. It's incredibly neat, and it's fun to me. It's a puzzle. It's something I can solve. It's something I can do. It's not something that I personally like to do all the time, 100% of my day. That's why I have a team built to do it. However, we are very good at what we do. So I just want to remind you that you, as a massage therapist, you're awesome. Thank you for watching this video. You've learned probably a lot about search engine optimization. Keep learning, keep growing. Everything you can learn, everything you can put into your brain and into your life, and the more you can see things from different perspectives, the more you will understand reality. And the more you understand reality, the more you'll be able to participate with life in an effective manner. The more you'll be able to get what you want and achieve the goals that you want to have, or you want to achieve. The more you'll be able to deal with people in a way that's based on reality, that's real, and that you'll be able to create those relationships you want to create. And then also too, you'll be able to influence the right types of people and the right types of things, and you'll be able to, if you're working with reality, you're more effective. You can actually make something happen. So I congratulate you for learning, because you're going to be able to deal with reality a lot more. And I want to tell you to just relax. If this is overwhelming, don't be overwhelmed, because it really can be. It seems overwhelming. Do not get overwhelmed. Just relax. Everything is okay. Um, you're totally fine. And then keep learning, keep growing. And then I just want you to remember how awesome you are. And the massage therapists really can and do change the world. So I'm proud of you. I'm thankful for you. And go out there and do the best that you can do. So take care.